Hey guys, so today I wanted to speak on pedophilia, child molestation, and the church's role. Basically, from my experience and my knowledge, when there's molestation going on, sexual abuse going on, and you report it to the elders in the church, their idea or their way of handling it is maybe giving counseling, allowing the pastor to do the counsel work, or maybe they have another couple, or another brother or sister who is qualified in their eyes to counsel families on this matter. But for me, if you're watching and you're a person with a religious background, you go to a church. For me, I disagree with that. I feel like if you as a parent go to your pastor, your priest, your whoever is you're going to for spiritual counseling and guidance, I think that they should be directing you to the police, because counselors are not going to answer the questions that the detectives and the police officers are trained to ask. They are trained to get down to the bottom of who did what to them, when they did it, how often it happened. And I think in religion, it's like the belief is like, you turn the other cheek, and you forgive. And meanwhile, in the black community, sexual abuse and pedophilia have been going on for decades. And we have been to all of the churches, and we have said all of the prayers, and we have gotten all of the blessings, and we have gotten all of the holy water sprinkled, and yet these things continue to go on. Because basically, what a pedophile does is he's looking at that like, okay, we can go to the church and I can get them to forgive me, or I'll go through something for a little while. Like if you're a Jehovah's Witness in their organization, what they'll do is they'll like put you in a timeout. Like you can't socialize with the other witnesses, you can't go to some of the functions, and things that they'll have going on. You will have to be, step back. Even when you're in where they worship at, they separate the people who are, expelled or, on timeout or whatever. They separate them. They're not even allowed to like sit in the same area, which, I don't understand that. But the counseling, handling it within, is something that definitely needs to change. And these are discussions that need to be held in every church, every parish, every place of worship, the way you handle these pedophiles. It's time to revamp counseling and start moving towards police involvement, and let these people get punished. Now, and families, what we have to do as a community, we have to stop protecting our child molesting uncles and fathers and cousins and grannies and grandfathers. And unfortunately, we have to stop protecting these people. It's easy for them because every time you have a kid, that's their next victim. Maybe if more people think about it that way, maybe more people get active. We have to stop allowing people to be in our family and molest and hurt people and not doing anything about it. If you're a mom and you have a lot of children and something went on between your children, you have to handle that, because that child who was molested or has something happen to them, they're going to look at you like you don't really love them. And they're not going to have a great deal of respect for you, because they're going to look at you like, wow, you let my brother or my sister do this to me and they didn't really suffer any consequences. They just, you said a few words to them and that was it. But meanwhile, this child is damaged and going to be suffering for the rest of their life. As someone who was molested and was raped, you suffer for the rest of your life. Like, I don't trust anybody when it comes to my kids. And my kids are big. Like, I have 3 kids. They're all big. I don't have any babies, but I don't trust anybody still. I don't trust anybody. My daughter, my baby, she's old enough to go downstairs and go to school by herself. I ride my daughter down every day. And I make sure that if her father is not there to pick her up in the afternoon, I'm downstairs to meet her. And it's probably embarrassing to her, but it's all due to me being molested, being raped. It damaged me as far as trust. I don't trust anybody. I don't think anybody should trust anyone, especially when it comes to your children. And if you have a child that comes to you and they divulge that, what child is going to make that up? And just say, oh, somebody did this to me, and explaining it to you, and you talking about they made that up. Like, you don't deserve to be a parent if you dismiss sexual abuse. Okay, you don't deserve that right to be a parent. Okay. Second, I want to these trafficking issues. Some of that's happening here in our country. We could try to get a hold on, because I'm seeing that the pattern is social media that they use. They look for girls who maybe, or boys who maybe you having some problems at home, you having some disagreements with your parents. When you on social media is like one big diary for everybody. It's terrible because we tell too much. And you have to think about, for the teens out there, for the youth. I know y'all go through things. I was your age. I know how it is. But you have to stop putting all of the things that you go through with your parents and little things that you have. You got to find another way to express that and not do that on social media, because what you're doing is making yourself a target. Okay? Because they're looking at you like, oh, this person is having problems at home. This one talking about she gonna run away, and you are a gold mine for them. You get these people, they come on, they read, and they act so understanding, and they want to help you. And if it's too good to be true, it sounds too good to be true. It is. These people been doing this for years, so they know just who they looking for when they come on in. They looking for you because you're talking about problems at home. That's a key indicator that they can get you to come out, and they can get you away from your parents or whatever and sell you. And those little problems, those minor small problems, excuse me, that you were having at home with your parents will be nothing compared to the endless amount of torture and abuse you will suffer in these people's hands. So be careful about what you are posting on social media. Be very careful. Another thing I noticed, jobs. Don't go to Backpage and what's the other one? What is the other? Craigslist and different things like that. I'm gonna take the time out to get some job description, job links or whatever, and I'm gonna post that in the description. And Monster Job, ZipRecruiter, um, Indeed, is a little bit slow, but Indeed, and we have another one thing called Ferrera. If you have certain skill sets that you want to just, basically run your own little business, just profit off your little skill, I'll put all of that in the description box. Those are places that you should be looking for jobs at, other than contacting the companies themselves. These people that come along and tell you, and this is for everybody, wherever this goes in the world, if you see this video, do not go with these people talking about they got a job for you and they know where you could get a job. The first thing what kind of car does that person drive? What kind of lifestyle does that person live? They got all these jobs for everybody, and if they live in like a park or they live in hand to mouth, how come you can't get a job for yourself? How come you're not doing things to better your family and what's going on and in your life? You got time to go get, oh, let me help you with this job. That's a setup to get you someplace where they can sell you. Look for your own job. Be vigilant. Take somebody with you. When they talk about, yeah, well, come meet me over here, and to take somebody with you. If they tell you about a place, ask them, well, where's this place at? I'm just curious. I just need to know, like, what I should wear or whatever. Make up something, try to get it out of them where this place is. And if you can, do some investigation on that place, because chances are they're leading you to a death trap. Okay? You'll be bought, sold, worked, and it's like no way out for these people. Children are dying. Children. And not for these people in these other countries or whatever. How the hell are you going to sell your children to work in these labor camps? Do you have no idea what they're doing to your children? You think those children are just there working? They are raping your children, molesting your children. beating the hell out of your children. They not there on some regular job like, oh, hey, hi Samantha, hi Timmy. Let's make these rugs right quick. Let's make these sneakers. No, they are getting abused. And I don't know how, as a parent, I know it's hard. Trust me, I know it's hard. If anybody know what a struggle life is, me. And I have two businesses, and I've worked off the books, on the books. I'm down with the Mexicans because Lord knows I done sold a lot of stuff or whatever like that just to survive. So you can't come to me with that, old times it's hard and you don't understand my life. I understand your life. It just because I'm in America doesn't mean that I don't get your suffering. Because trust me, we suffer here too. So, don't sell your children. Do whatever you can. I don't know what to tell you to do. I really don't have the answers. I don't have the answers for myself. But I know that selling my children is not an option. And it shouldn't be no option to you either. And for you young girls, I know y'all want to help your parents out. Things may be hard at home. Prostitution is not the answer. Because you may think, well, I could do this for a little while. But see, the people that run in those circles want you to do it for a long while. And you will find you will not have any control over yourself. They love to hook the girls on drugs because the more drugs you get hooked on drugs, the more easier it is for me to get you to do all kind of things or for you to allow people to do things to you. Okay, so I'm gonna put, like I said, I was gonna put some information in the description box for jobs. I'm gonna put some links in there to other videos, because a lot of us, I was kind of like in la la land for a while. I really didn't realize this is a $1 billion business. And the reason nothing is getting done about it is because there's so many people got their hands in it. They either profiting for it or they are sexually abusing the children and these young girls, paying for sex with children. I don't even know how you walk in that room. How do you walk in that room knowing it's a little kid in there and you open up that door to walk in that room to do sick, sadistic, twisted, unrealistic stuff to a child and then live with yourself? And some of these people are high powered people. They got money, access to things that me and you could only dream about. And they would rather take their money to go buy a kid. All that money, you want to go buy a kid? You want to go to different countries so you can have sex with kids? That's weirdo shit to me because they have fetish. They have these places where people perform, like if you want them to be a little girl, they will dress like a little girl. If you want them to be a little boy, they will dress like a little boy. Whatever you want, they will dress like that for you and act that out for you, you know? But you're so sick and twisted and selfish and disgusting and pigs, and you just want to have a kid. You just want to put a child through the worst thing you could put them through just because you can. And also another thing for the hood, you got a lot of mothers out there. Y'all have sons, and sometimes you will have guys in the community that they're popular, they may have cars, they may seem like they connected to something or whatever, but they always got a whole bunch of boys in their presence. Little boys. What the hell does a grown ass man have in common with little boys? You got to think. You have to think why he always want access to little boys and having them around. That's what pedophiles do. They always have little boys around. Look at the Bambata situation. And look at the young man speaking out on that. I commend that young man. If it was something that I could grant or do for him, I will be the first to do it. Because I know it's not easy for a man to come out and say these things. But brother, you ain't alone. And I'm realizing more and more that we're sharing these stories with our brothers. We think we having it so bad as children and getting raped and touched by all these people who can't keep their goddamn hands to themselves. And our brothers was going through the same thing. And we didn't even know. But I commend that dude, because it has to end. It has to stop. We have to stop idol worshiping people and allowing them to just come in and do whatever they want to us. Because they know that. They like, oh, this person admire me so much. I could take their kids, molest them. They wouldn't even think nothing about it. You know, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of y'all keeping these secrets and protecting these bastards. Like, put these bastards on Front Street. That's the only way as a black community we're gonna be able to hit. I'm not relating this to everybody else. In the black community, the only way we're gonna be able to hit, we have to start doing real things. Real things. And the first thing we need to do is get these pedophiles out our life. Because when you don't, it damages the children, and they grow up. I'm telling you, they grow up, and for a long time, I used to go to school drunk. I used to drink. What was my favorite little thing? The blackberry brandy, the little bottles of that, the little bottles of Bacardi Dark, 151. Very young, I was drinking hard liquor or whatever. I really did. I thought I was doing it because, like, oh, this, I'm cool. I didn't know till I got older. Like, I was doing that to survive, to suppress what was going on deep down inside of me. So I'm gonna end this, and I just, like I said, please watch this video, share it. I'm gonna put information inside the description box, and be safe for the youth. Be safe, man. Be careful out there.